Hello and a very good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this meeting. In today's presentation, we will be presenting our social experiment on the impact of social media on mental health and wellness and well-being, exploring its relationship with loneliness and happiness. So, this social experiment is actually focusing on the how social media is actually impacting the individual mental health and well-being. We will be also focusing on how the social media is impacting these individuals' well-being and health and its relationship with the loneliness and happiness. So this is the topic, and this is the outline for our today's presentation, which include introduction, problem statement, objective, methodology, recommendation, and conclusion. So each member of my team will present each part of the presentation. Uh, Let me introduce you my team members. Myself, Sajid Shah. I have also my another team member, Mehdat Usman Gabar Abdul Habib, Malik Ayman Muhammad Dahi, Yusuf Hisham Khairat, Muhammad Fawad Al Nasahri, Muhammad Sami Abdul Hamid. So we all together work on this project for this social experiment project. I'll start with the introduction and problem statement. So the psychological adjustment, such as mental health and well-being, these are very important aspect of every individual's life and overall health and quality of life. So in recent years, there is a rise of social media has significantly impacted how people actually interact, communicate, and consume the information. While social media platforms offer different benefits, such as facilitating social connection and providing access to the information, but there is also a growing concern about their potential effect, including negative and positive impact on mental health and well-being. So therefore, we decided to explore the impact of social media on mental health and well-being, with a particular and main focus on its relationship with the loneliness and happiness. Uh, for the problem statement, actually the wide use of social media, it has raised so many questions about its impact on mental health and well-being, and mainly concerning on the loneliness and happiness. So some arguments say that the social media can reduce loneliness by fostering virtual connection. However, some other arguments suggest that it may contribute to the feeling of isolation and negative self-comparison, ultimately affecting individuals' overall well-being and happiness. That's all about the introduction and problem statement. Now I would like to pass it to my another mate, Mr. Muhammad Malik, to continue his part.
Okay, moving on to the experiment objectives. The primary objective of this experiment was to investigate the relationship between social media usage and mental health and well-being, with a specific focus on loneliness and happiness. We aim to assess the extent to which social media influences these psychological constructs and identify potential positives and negative impacts. Additionally, we sought to explore the strategies and recommendations for using social media in a healthier and more positive way, based on the insights and experiments of our study participants. To achieve our objectives, we employed a quantitative research through a survey-based approach. We collected data from a sample of 44 targeted social media users. The survey consists of multiple sections, including demographic information, social media usage patterns, and measure of loneliness, happiness, mental health, and well-being. In the survey, we have 17 questions, in which the survey consists of multiple sections, including questions related to demographic information such as the gender, the education level, employment status, marital status, and then the questions related to the usage, to the social media usage, such as the number of hours spent on the social media per day, the primary reason for using the social media, and the questions to measure the loneliness, happiness, mental health, and well-being. Now, Midhat will discuss the demographic insights.
So let's get into some data and explore the demographic insights from our study. So in terms of the gender distribution, our sample was fairly balanced, with 47.7% female and 52.3 male participants. Regarding education level, the majority of our respondents held a bachelor's degree, which is 56.8% of the sample, and followed by high school or below at 15.9%. Foundation levels 18%, master's degree 2.3%, and doctor's degree about 7%. So, moving on, employment and marital status, a significant portion of our respondents were students, with an outstanding percentage of 84.1, with smaller percentages being employed full-time at just below 5%, employed part-times 2.3%, and self-employed 2.3% as well, or unemployed at about 7% in terms of marital status. The majority were single, which is 86.4%, while 13.6% were married. Now let's hand it over to Muhammad Sami to discuss the social media usage patterns findings observed in our study.
Let's dive into the social media usage pattern that we have observed through the finding of our experiment. Regarding to the hours spent on social media per day, a significant portion of our respondents reported spending more than 6 hours, which is 31.8%, or between 3 or 4 hours on social media platform. Additionally, 20.5% spent 5 to 6 hours, while 60% spend 1 to 2 hours per day, which shows that a considerable amount of time is our respondent, with the majority spending several hours per day on this platform. When it comes to the primary reason for social media use, the top reason cited to be responded were entertainment purpose, which is 65.8%, accessing news and information, which is 54.5%, and staying connected with friends and family. Those contain 52.3%. Additionally, 45.5% reported using social media as a time pass, while other cited reasons such as professional networking, knowledge sharing, meeting new people, and personal branding, which highlighted the social media service multiple purposes for individual, ranging from entertainment and information gathering to maintaining social connection and professional networking. Now, let's move on to Muhammad Fuad, who will discuss the impact of social media on mental health and well-being, as well as its relationship with loneliness and happiness.
Okay, let's explore the impact of social media on mental health and well-being, as well as its relationship with loneliness and happiness. Regarding the perception of social media's impact, 56.8% of our respondents reported a negative impact, while 43.2% perceived a positive impact. Additionally, 63.6% of our respondents agreed, or let's say strongly agreed, that social media had an impact on their mental health and well-being, while 27.3% remained neutral, which shows that while a significant portion of respondents experience negative effects from social media usage, there is also a considerable group that perceives positive impacts, suggesting a complex and potentially polarizing relationship between social media and mental health. Our study also explored the relationship between social media and loneliness and happiness. We found that 63.6% of respondents reported using social media when feeling lonely, and 50% agreed that it was easier to express themselves and find like-minded individuals through social media platforms. Furthermore, 66.6% of our respondents agreed that social media helped relieve loneliness. This suggests that for many individuals, social media serves as a tool for connecting with others, expressing themselves, and finding a sense of community, potentially mitigating feelings of loneliness and contributing to overall happiness and well-being. That's all from me. Now let's move on to Yusuf Hisham, who will discuss our recommendations for healthier social media usage.
So, based on our finding and insights from the study participants, we have compiled a set of recommendations for healthier social media usage. Some key recommendations that have been suggested by participants include setting time limits, curating your social media feed, fostering meaningful interaction, managing notification, taking regular breaks, also focusing on privacy, educating yourself about the potential risks and benefits, promoting offline interaction, spreading positivity, engaging in the purposeful usage, seeking support when needed, and utilizing social media for community causes and advocacy. In conclusion, our findings suggest a positive relationship between social media usage and mental health, particularly in the relation to loneliness and happiness. While a significant portion of respondents perceived a negative impact, many also acknowledge the positive aspects of social media in reducing loneliness and contributing of happiness. By implementing the recommendation we have provided, individuals can harness the potential benefits of the social media while minimizing its potential negative effects. Overall, our study highlights the importance of promoting mindful and balanced social media usage to enhance mental well-being. Thank you all for your attention and participation in this presentation.